Okay, everyone, hopefully you've had a good week. Despite what you might hear, there's never a dull moment in public accounting. A lot going on at the moment as we sort of move towards the federal budget coming up in May. A lot of talk around tax reform still, particularly around capital gains tax. We've got the RBA meeting next month, and there's expected interest rate rise again, putting continued pressure on many businesses and households. So there's a lot going on. From our side, what we're really focused on right now is helping clients control the controllable. That means we're going back over cash flow forecasts and budgets, staying on top of cost pressures within businesses, making sure pricing correctly. A lot of tax planning going on at the moment. And look, the ATO still seems to be relatively good to deal with at the moment with the war and everything going on, so which is good. But stepping back for a moment, this week really confirms one thing: we are entering a tax change cycle, but it's not going to be clean or simple. It's most likely going to be incremental, politically cautious, and spread out over time, rather than actually trying to fix problems. They'll be just tinkering around the edges, which is quite frustrating because we're in serious need of tax reform at the moment. Which leads on to this week's content. We've continued on our Knowing Your Numbers Beyond Tax series, and this week is really about turning information into action. We've covered pricing strategy, making sure your pricing reflects your costs and margins, EBITDA and the balance sheet, understanding the full financial position of your business, and finally, how to turn your numbers into better decisions. That's where the real shift happens, moving from just understanding your numbers to really actually using them to run a better business. So, with the use of technology at the moment, information's available. It's just now turning that into something that's a lot of use for your business. Still a lot of talk around succession planning. As you know, we talk about a lot about the tax concessions and so forth that are available for many small and medium-sized businesses, and that does help get structures and assets in place to assist with succession and the transition of wealth. So we're seeing a lot of activity there, particularly in consideration of tax reform that might impact some of these concessions that are currently available. Look, we're encouraging every business to have a look at that, have a look at your own positions. A common question we're asked is, well, how do we know if there's anything there that we should change? And the simple thing is, well, do you own any assets in your personal name? That's the first thing to have a look at, because probably owning something in your personal name, there's a lack of flexibility. That's the first thing that we do look through. So anyhow, if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and we'll talk again next week. Thank you.